Hello YouTube. I have my Gemmy light show here still out, and I wanted to go ahead and make a quick video. I'm not going to open up the units, but I wanted to show you exactly how do you open up the casings. I could show a separate video on opening up the casings, physically getting inside of it. This one was more of a pain to do, but this one was actually pretty easy. But for anyone that hasn't seen my last two videos, my Gemmy light show does not have the link port on the bottom. There would be a port that kind of looks like this with this cap on it. When you unscrew it, it would have that type of connector, and you would connect the cable to it. My main box did not have it, so I did not think I was going to be able to hook up a link port to it. But it turns out yes, you can, because the board is the exact same in both of these units. So down here, what I did is I took my soldering iron and I melted the plastic, and then I knotted the cable on the inside of the unit to where I can't pull this back out. So it can go in, but it can't go back out. I can even take a little bit of silicone there to try to seal it up. And on the inside of the board, there is a connector, I think around here, and there's a white connector. If you saw my video on this tree, there'll be a white connector with two prongs, and it's supposed to have something that plugs into it. That connector is supposed to have the link port, and it did not have it because for some reason they got rid of it. They just kind of filled that in, and they just got rid of it completely. So that's what I did, and I hooked right up. I soldered into the board, hooked up the cable into the board, and I used over here. I use this 18 to 300 volt, which this can handle 300 volts. This is 100 foot, but I'm going to save this for my trees because this is what I bought it for, and I ended up using 35 feet of it so far because of the cable. So yeah, that's what I use. You can also use more expensive cable that has like an outside sheathing, kind of like the speaker cable here, but this was fine enough. This is what I had, and I was perfectly fine with leaving this outside, and I'm gonna just shoot some silicone in there. But the way you get into the unit, start with the big box here, because you gotta see, you gotta open this up and first connect your cable to it. So you only have to take apart 3 screws on the top lid. There is screw 1 here. I still have the sticker for this. I'm gonna glue it back in. I accidentally ripped it, and I gotta glue all this back in. And then there's screw hole number 2. You could just poke your screw hole, or you could try to peel it up very carefully. And then there's screw hole number 3. So there's 3 screws to hold on the front cover. There is 3 more in the back, but there is no point in taking them off. And then on the back, you have a bunch of screws here. Take all those off next, get them all out, that way you don't lose them. And then tilt the unit back up like this, and then very gently pull on the front cover out and up and out. And then this unit will slowly come apart. As for the second box, you have to take apart all 6. I didn't want to, but I did. And I had to unscrew all 6 of them. And I had to puncture holes because I could not get the thing apart. So I got all 6 of those out, took out all these screws here, and then pulled the top cover off. And then after that, ran that cable through, knotted it, and then soldered it into where this was connected. I left this connected. I said I wasn't going to in the other video. I said I didn't, but I end up taking it back apart and reconnecting this, because if I ever get another link box and a links box cable, I can easily go ahead and connect another one of these and have two link boxes hooked up to one big box. So I went ahead and reconnected that. If I ever wanted to hook up another box, I have the option to just go ahead and unscrew it, plug it in, and then go ahead and hook it onto my next box if I ever get it. I'm not expecting to get it anytime soon. I don't need it anytime soon, because this right here is already going to help me a lot, especially since I wanted to do the bushes and a tree, which they're the poles for it. There's 8 of them over there. 4 of them are used for my current display and 4 of them are not. So I'll be fixing that with a bunch of lights. I have lights everywhere. That box is full of brand new lights. That box is full of brand new lights, and partial of that box has more brand new lights behind the exercise equipment. There is just a lot of lights I have here. So, and I have a lot of LED. So we can go ahead and just start it back up again. The power is on this time, so turn the unit on, and the night light also works just fine. And then this is right now set on all on. We can set to link, shut that unit, open up my main box, all the lights flash, set that to on, and set this. And I just like the feature that I'm gonna keep this on the bushes, and if I ever wanted to draw more attention to my orchestra lights, I can either just turn this one off or set it to all on and just have my main show running with the trees and the arches, everything. And just have this be steady on if I need it. So I could just bypass the link on it by doing that. But it works perfectly in sync. There's no glitches with it whatsoever. There's absolutely no glitches. And the speaker works just fine. I've had no issues with this thing whatsoever. This is the second controller working, and like I said, I have 35 feet of cable right here that I can run this box 35 feet away from the larger box. So that's my explanation. Eventually I might do a video where I take apart these again and show the inside of it, but other than that, I'm going to go ahead and put this away, and you may not see this until May, which will be in another 2 months. Oh, and I also explained this on Rainbow Yoshi's live stream that he just did, that this is actually the same housing from the cheaper version, which, if you don't know about the cheaper version, what it would have is your on and off switch here, a timer in the middle, kind of like how it's here. This function dial would be in the middle, and then it would have your all on, and the link would actually say effects. So, but this is the same housing, just the top lid is a little bit different because they had to accommodate for the loss of the switch, and that this had to say linked. It's just a sticker, but that was easy to do, it looks like. And it's really nice that Gemmy thought of this, to make a separate box, has a separate cord to plug in more lights. If you use LEDs, you can plug in 20 lights per outlet. So 20 sets of 100. So that would be 40 times 6, 240 lights. That's a lot of lights on this light show. And if you keep on extending the line with more link boxes by connecting the cables, then you could just connect a lot of lights. and everything works on this except for the LED still. I don't think I'm gonna try to fix that right now. But everything works. I tested with the auxiliary and it looks great. The copies exactly what the main box is doing. So I'm really happy with this modification. And as far as my Gemmy light show, the Gemmy Incredible Light Show, the control box, I took it in the house, but I got to figure out what's going on with it. It went right back to the same issue where those two strings work completely, and then string 7 back there only worked red and blue, and then string 8 stopped working again. And then the rest of the strings just don't work, including the star topper. So I have to figure out what's going on with that. If I don't get it working, then I'm just gonna take all the lights off. We're gonna put regular lights on it this year. But other than that, that's really about it. There's the box for it. The remote back there, the power supply's there. I just gotta figure out what's going on. The sound works. However, I'm missing 2 songs as well. So this thing's in pretty rough shape. I'm hoping to get it fixed. I'm not gonna give up on it right now. And I'm gonna try and also get my light show trees working at the same time and make the recreation version of this. There, you see that box there? There's another box. It's actually right behind it. Right there, that green lid is full of garland. 10 strings, 50 feet garland I bought on sale last year. I am going to be making that I'm going to be using that for my Incredible Light Show. So I have the measurements because the tree's right here. And the star toppers, I can actually use the smaller star toppers I found on Amazon, and I'm going to go ahead and buy those once they go on sale. And this will be controlling it. Now the pattern for those trees is the larger tree is going to go red, green, blue, white, red, green. That will be the order 1 through 6 on the large tree. Now the 2 smaller trees, the medium tree, the first 2 strings will be blue, the middle 2 strings will be red, the last 2 strings will be green, and then the smaller tree, the first 2 strings will be green, the middle 2 will be red, the last 2 will be blue. You'll see why in a later video. I won't explain it right now. It's a very simple explanation though, because I care all the bells and how a sync works is. Now, I also found, and Rainbow Yoshi pointed this out, as well as some other people I watched online, is the way the channels go. I already knew this. Is channel 1 starts down here for the main box, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. On the separate box right here, this top one seems to be the starting one, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the way it is also on the cheaper one, I believe. And then the Halloween one is really interesting, where it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they don't make the models the same way on every single one. But it's not a really big issue. And see, here's the only way I can actually run my light show right now, because I can't set this on the floor because of the speaker cable. So that is it. I thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I hope you're excited for the 2023 season for Christmas lights. And I am ready to get started. I'm ready to get started early. In May, I really want to start my Incredible Light Show trees. So, and then I'm gonna look at this tree even more, see if I can fix it. And it'll be great if I can. If not, then this will be just a parts tree for my light show that I have. We'll wait for this song to end. Sorry about that.